has been using the Kimochis social emotional learning curriculum in our EC program starting in late 2019. And we introduced it, like just had one little kit and that was it for all of our programs. And then, of course, the pandemic happened. That really slowed us down in terms of how we're utilizing it. And since then, we have grown to the point now where we have a Kimochis kit in every single one of our 19 classrooms, both for our little ones, 0 to 3 kiddos, the infants and toddlers, and then also for our pre-K students. Our ECE programs, our early childhood mental health program, is embedded within these childcare settings. And the Kimochis is a part of that early childhood mental health program called Connect and Thrive.
One thing that we always explain to our educators about the Kimochis curriculum is that it can't just be used all by itself. It's not like you just throw it in the classroom and then it magically works. But as part of Felton's Connect and Thrive program, we use the curriculum in addition to other processes, other programs, and other supports for children with special needs, special emotional needs, and that's what makes it such a rich and integrated part of our work.
The reason that curriculum works is because of its flexibility, where it really is meant to be a teacher-led curriculum. So unlike certain curriculums where you have to be, you have to have a master's in special education, or you have to have a master's in social work, or you have to go through this long credential process, a teacher can really take the Kimochis curriculum and implement it for the way that works for her in her classroom and have that creativity to be able to make it their own. So it's a model that's made for community-based settings because of the flexibility, right? Teachers, in their very nature, these are creative people. So they want to be able to take their own creativity and do what works for them in their classroom. So, we had a teacher recently who came up with a really creative way of having each parent take a picture with the Kimochis feelings of making their little face of the feeling with their kiddo. What I love about the curriculum is something that what Ellen Dodge from Kimochis had taught us when she was first helping us implement it, which is that it's working when the teachers have made it their own, when you're hearing about the characters throughout the day. So for our preschool students, we do these Kimochis lessons where they get one lesson, per week in the classroom where we really are going through the curriculum, but then it's integrated in all these other ways and settings where we might pull out Lovey-Dove, we might pull out Bug, to teach about a specific lesson, or the children are just bringing it up themselves. And that's when the curriculum has really worked, is when you start to see it in those more natural ways that are really around the creativity of the children. And then for the parents as well, it works well because it is non-stigmatizing. In the communities that we serve, there's a stigma around therapy, there's a stigma around mental health, but these are adorable characters. And so we found it to be a really beautiful way to integrate these ideas about early childhood mental health also at home, again, without being stigmatizing for communities that are a little bit more wary about mental health and about therapy.